Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with episode 32 of my Aground All Achievements playthrough. And today we are finishing up the Depths planet, which is one of the side tracks you have to do if you want to get all of the achievements. There is one here that we're working towards. In the last episode, we built the submersible, which is an upgraded version of the submarine here that you build on this planet, and it has mega torpedoes that it can carry and fire. And by firing those mega torpedoes, there's enemies here in the water, the lampfish, and also the big leviathan thing that I don't know exactly what its name is. We can kill with those mega torpedoes, and they drop bone shards, and we need bone shards to complete a couple quests. We received this quest a while ago to activate a monolith on 428D. We also have one on 428C that Tyndall asked us about, but there's also monoliths here on the depths. There's 5 of them, and the Explorer asked us to activate all 5 of those monoliths to complete this quest, and that's the one that we're interested in at the moment. Even though in the last episode, while we were exploring underwater, we found lots of reading material that suggested we really shouldn't be doing what we're doing, but we're going to do it anyway because there's an achievement tied to those activities. So you can see we've got 1 out of 5. So we need 4 bone shards to finish the quest here. Then we need 1 more is 5 and 1 more is 6. So we need to have 6 bone shards, and I think we're like 1 short. Let's take a quick look. Do they go under the animals? Did I put them in the ship? No, actually, I think they're in... Are they in the submarine? Bone shard. Oh, we only have 2. That can't be right. It's not 3 to activate a pillar. There's no way. Okay. Let's see. Did I by accident maybe drop some in the inventory here? Oh, right. Never mind. So we took out, I thought for some reason we took out 2 leviathans, but we didn't. We only took out 1, which gave us 3 bone shards, and we used 1 to activate, so we have 2 left. So the numbers do work out, so that's fine. So we need, what I said we needed 6, right? We need 4 here, 5, and 6. So we do need to kill the leviathan again for 3 bone shards. I think that's a guaranteed drop. And then 1 of the lamp fish should give us the last one that we need. And at the end of the episode, we did make a bunch of extra torpedoes. And we have 12 mega torpedoes. Okay, that should be more than enough for taking out the leviathan. Probably we can get a lampfish. And let's take a quick look. What do we need to make a mega torpedo? We have 6 gold bars. We just need some uranium. And we're not carrying any of that in the submersible. We were making some on the ship. Okay, so let's actually cancel these. And we'll switch to the uranium. And that way, while we're out and about here, let's make the gold bars. While we're out exploring, the ship will be producing some uranium, and then we'll be able to make some more torpedoes when we come back if we need them. All right, 14 gold bars. Okay, so let's head over and see if we can find, and while we're here, these fish, they're extremely tough, but they drop the carapace, which I do think we need a bunch of those. And we picked up some, but I don't think we have enough yet. So let's farm a couple of these guys while we're here. And you can see, tough enemy, they hit hard. And unlike most fish or water-based enemies, these guys will move vertically. A lot of them just go back and forth, left, right. But these guys will try to track you a little bit in the vertical direction. Alright, we don't really need titanium, but we do need crystal fronds. That's the other component for the mega torpedoes. That was gold bars, uranium, and fronds. And I think there's a tree back here. Let's head down real quick. Nope. And the titanium is not super useful. Oh, I don't think we opened this. That looks closed. Let's see if we've gotten this. A water sword? Not great. Okay, so that big red square is I'm going to call it the Leviathan. I don't know what his proper name is, and there are two of them. So let's get behind that guy, and I think the other one is coming our way. Yep. Okay, I think he went down. Yep. Fish scale, 3 bone shards. And we're kind of stuck in the middle. I don't really want to fight these two guys at the same time. He has 200. I think he's at full health. So let's cross over. See what this guy's doing. Okay, out of torpedoes. So we did get 3 more, not quite enough. No, I don't wish to leave the sub. I was trying to repair the sub. And, okay, so we are out of torpedoes. So let's go ahead and make a couple more. And again, I don't think we get anything from these guys, but I feel like maybe they can drop exotic gas as a rare drop. I'm not 100% sure on that, but they are quick to take out, so not a problem to do so. Okay, so we reloaded with 9 torpedoes, and with the damage we did, hopefully that's enough to take one of them out. The damage should have stuck. And then we'll see if the second one can go down as well. Ah, we went. Nope, wait, we got him. Okay, that is enough to finish off the quest. One torpedo left. Definitely not going to be enough to finish off this last guy. Let's take a quick look at his health, though. Close. Oh, he's one more hit away. Oh, that's a bummer. Alright, well, let's go. We should be able to make one more torpedo. And then we'll finish that guy off and grab some extra bone shards. I do think we need some to build something later. So let's check on that. Is our large friend. Here he is. He's swimming away from us, away from the turnaround, so we don't shoot into his tail. I think we can damage the tail, but probably better to hit the face if we can. There we go. Fish scale. Bone shards. Okay, great. Cleaned all those guys up. And then let me check. Oh, there is... Yeah, so this is the problem with the lamp fish. When you try to take them out, they can also move vertically. And we need... That launcher comes out of the top of the ship, and it's not lined up right with him right now. If I fire that at him from there, it won't hit. So it is an extremely difficult shot on the lampfish trying to farm those bone shards. So, good luck if you want to do it that way. It's certainly possible, but getting the timing right of the vertical movement and then catching him with the torpedo, those torpedoes are a pain in the butt to make. So if you have an unlimited supply of resources and you want to fire 50 torpedoes, that's, we've been producing uranium. We could go back and grab 100 pieces of uranium and make 100 torpedoes. Yeah, you can make it work, but the Leviathan's easier to hit, and they give you 3 for each one you take down. So I think that's the most economical way to do it. Okay, so we say yes, and there's one uproot. I didn't know you could uproot it. That's interesting. I don't think we need to do that. I think we can leave it here. And so then there's one left, and I don't think it's in the maze. What do we have for torpedoes? 3. Okay, not enough to take out a Leviathan. Pop up to the surface real quick, recharge the oxygen, and I'm gonna run into the maze. There's a reason you have to go in the maze, and since I broke this up into 2 episodes, I don't think we found a definitive reason to go in here in the first episode. What's in here? Is it... Oh yeah, it's the big guy. Okay. And that's a dead end, so we have to go here. Can we get him out of there? Good, okay. We pulled him out. Duck. I think the last monolith is at the end of the maze here. Yep, there we go. We can see it on the radar. All right, so that turns them back on, and that's all 5 of them. So now we need to head back and see what our reward for all our hard work is. And yeah, if you're gonna fight the lampfish, in here is probably a much better way to do it because they're at least more constricted in their movement. So maybe they'll be a little bit more predictable in terms of how to fight them and line up those shots. Okay, so since we're back, well, first let's get this underwater. Let's do a repair. And now we want to save. Spoiler alert, turning the things back on helped out a bad guy, and so now we're going to have to clean up the mess that we're making. So let's lighten our inventory a little bit. And the other thing we want to do, let's of course recharge, make it daylight so we can see, is we want to switch out the equipment that we're wearing. Again, this boss requires movement and quick attacks, and the automated suit's charge up is just a little bit inconvenient for doing that. So instead, we'll go back to our trusty space armor. We do want to be able to fly. We want mobility. Mobility is very important in this fight. The Spirit Fox helm is an interesting choice. Let's grab that. I think we'll probably go with the space helm, but we'll bring that with. And then we need the energy shield. We have our dragon sword. All right, so let's switch out for the armor. We'll go with the fox helm. We need our backpack. Why can't we put on our... There it is, anti-grav pack. And let's see. Let's try the sword. I think I'm gonna need to use the laser. But for now, let's give that a shot. Okay, weight is good. Let's get all of our healing items. Okay, that should be good. Now let's do one more save. And let's see how this works. And I kind of think they're up here now, right? No. Up over here by one of the pillars is our friend, the explorer. And of course, they are actually the ancient evil that we were supposed to be not disturbing. This is the Dishonored one. And now we have this boss attacking us, and we can see the purple tracking orbs similar to Okay, so the orbs similar to the Dragon Mechs, right? These things will follow us around. And the way that this boss works, he teleports on top of you, then puts down the big flood area, and then his shield drops. So that's when he's vulnerable. And we can see that was a ton of damage because he teleported on top of me. When he has his shield down, he's far away because we have to evacuate the area. We have to evacuate the area because he teleports on top of you, and then the whole area around him gets flooded. So you have to run away and then turn back, and then you can do damage because that's when he's vulnerable. So I don't think the Dragon Sword is going to cut it. Let's switch to the laser gun. And again, we'll keep moving here. So the idea is you want to move laterally. Okay, so his shield goes up. We move laterally, then he puts up the flood, and then he's vulnerable. So we want to be moving side to side. When he jumps on top of us, there, now we get out of the way. Now we can turn and fire and put some shots into him, right? That's the easiest way to do it. Oh, we are at the limit of our jetpack there. Forgot I'm not in the automated suit. So get away, turn, we can fire, and we get some hits in. Track these things along with us. We could tank the shots if we want. Get away. Now that one we're not going to be able to because we have to train these projectiles. And turn. Get some shots in. Turn. And we're not getting many shots in. He gets that shield up quick. I think you might be able to get more than just one. Take some hits, move, outside the range, get a shot in. Wait, go. Teleports, turn, shots in. Here he comes. Turn, get the shots in, right? So not too bad. Now we could, put the sword in and try and put a bigger hit in. I think it would probably do more damage, but the risk factor goes way up. Turn, outside the flood area, another shot in. So he's down, I think, about half health right now. And I do think he fires more projectiles as he gets lower in health. But we can kind of go up and down a little bit to keep the projectiles close, but then we want to go sideways. There he teleports. Then we get the hit. Yeah, definitely surrounded by more projectiles. Shield goes up. He's going to teleport. Go. Out of the range. Turn and fire. Not too bad. That's the pattern for this guy. That's what we need to know. Teleport. I mean, he definitely took more than one hit there. So it's not a single hit like some of the bad guys. They immediately get invulnerable after one shot. All right, I think one more dodge and we'll be in the clear. Oof, what's he got? 8 health, so 2 shots, which should definitely be the next time he moves. There it goes. There it is. And that is Depths of Madness. Watch, those shots are still coming. There they go. Depths of Madness defeat the Dishonored one for the achievement. That is why we made the side trip to this planet. And then, is this him or is this the guy that got freed? Let's see. Oh, right. Okay. Sister of the Dishonored one. Oh, cool armor. Draconian armor. Now, I believe this takes the backpack slot along with the chest armor and the backpack. And so it gives +2 to spell casting. So yeah, if you're a spellcaster, this is going to be the armor that you want to wear. You could wear this and the spirit fox helm, and you'll be in good shape. Stamina recharge in darkness, that's really cool. Reveals spirits, right? You don't need to wear an animal or have an animal specially decked out to see them. Max weight 1500, which is what, more than any other armor maybe in the game. I don't think it can travel between systems. So I don't think you can travel between systems like the automated suit, but you have kind of an unlimited flight ceiling. So a cool little gift to get, especially if you're a magic user. Okay, so she gives us the quest, and then I think she stays here. All right, teleports away, goodbye, but we still have the explorer guy. Yep, over here. Nope. And we can actually bring them aboard to be another one of our researchers on the lab. And yep, we're up to 7 researchers now. Okay, so that wraps up everything that we need to do on this planet. We could, of course, come back here to do more farming for bone shards. Actually, let's make sure we're not leaving anything in. Oh, yeah, and this thing's going to overheat, which is not really ideal. Not good for fighting these fish. I wanted to make sure we weren't leaving anything. Yeah, we have a ton of stuff in here. I think I'll leave the mega torpedo. Oh, I can actually pack up. Hold on, we're overweight. Let's get out of the water. Okay, so we will actually grab this up. I think we're done with the submersible. There's nothing else that we'll need it for, but let's pack it up. put it on the ship. We can always take it back to, you know, anywhere else we want to go, or leave it here. But we'll throw it in our inventory. And that way we don't have to make another trip back here, just in case we find it useful. Okay, so recharge the batteries, rest, and now we can head on out of here. Let's do that. Let's head up. Oh, and there is a ship here, so we will go ahead and fight that real quick. We'll grab ourselves another alien heart. I think I'm gonna switch out the fox helm for the space helm. I don't want the 2 damage from the fox helm triggering, because these guys, you can only do 1 damage. So we'll instead fight him the normal way, the traditional way. We'll put the sword on and do normal combat for this guy. And we've seen this combat enough times. I'm going to speed up this whole fight, and we'll just collect our loot and be on our way. Alright, easy enough. Alien heart. Oh, some good loot here. Okay, so we have a choice now. We could go directly to this next planet, but I want to do one little quick pit stop first, and that's back home, which, yep, is here. So let's do that. And I wanted to do 2 quick pit stops. So the first thing I want to do is drop off all these synthesizers. I think they sell really well to the fish library guy. So let's see, is this the shipyard? Great. Okay, so we're in the right spot. We'll grab all of these. All right, let's head down. And nothing new from the librarian. Oh, they don't sell at all? Is that right? Oh, that's crazy. I thought they sold for like way more bonus. Okay, well, that's fine. All right, and then let's give just the witch here. No, that's her cat. That's the witch. Yeah, we're not wearing them. Let's see, we put them on. Will that do anything? left him in the ship. Okay, let's try and capture a little water elemental, and then we'll head back out of here. There is one other thing that we can do with those synthesizers, I think, and it's where I wanted to go anyway. So the real reason I wanted to come back to our home base is to respec. So the next thing that we're going to do is, it's a combat-related planet, and there's a little bit of a trick before we get there. And we actually, you know, we're hobbled. A lot of our equipment is going to go away, at least temporarily. So to combat that, I want to respec my character to make my combat as strong as possible. Because we won't be able to rely on our equipment as it gets stolen. All right, we'll grab ourselves another plant gem. Okay, and then up here is where we can do this. So let's put the automated suit back on, because I think this has a flight height that's pretty low. Okay, that way we can get out of the ship and not have to worry about it. All right, so in this, so uncraft. Can we uncraft these synthesizers? Yes, okay, so that's pretty good. We get fins, water gems, scales, ink. That's not bad. And we do need to put fuel in it, which is, of course, focus gems. Which we have plenty of. Let's do 30, that should be enough. These things usually are pretty light on their fuel consumption. Oh yeah, 10 fills it. Okay, great. And we can see how fast that goes. All right, while that's going for 1 second, let's run down here and get ourselves another capture. All right, we'll take all of those, and then this is why we're here. We reset our skills, and it just takes fuel, and now we can go into our character and allocate skill points, and they're all back. And so what we're gonna do is try to make ourselves as good at combat as we can. We're gonna max attack, we're gonna max defense, we're not gonna worry about cutting, range, trapping, bargaining, fishing. None of that is going to matter. And then we will take health, stamina. We do want some weight. And let's take some of these off. Get some critical going. We'll take all the critical. I think that helps. 16 left. What's that take? Okay, I think that's pretty good. So we got a lot of health, a lot of stamina, a lot of extra weight carrying, maxed out our critical, maxed our attack, maxed our defense. So that is where we want to be for this next phase. Okay. So now one quick trip back home. Oh, what's going on? Oh, right, we're like way overweight. Oh yeah, because we're carrying all this stuff. Okay, how did we do? Good, we got under our weight. And we'll pop up. And over. We should drop right down on top of our base. And I don't think, normally I'd be like, oh, we should stock up on food items. I don't think that helps us here. Because I think even the food that we eat is going to be restricted. All right, we can put all of this stuff away. How's our uranium supply? Pretty good. We'll take a couple of these. Fuel's good. All right, so let's do a save and let's head out of here. And because we're going to be off our ship for a while, let's make sure, yeah, go for uranium, and just in case, make some of that too. All right, into space. Galaxy map. We're heading to this unconfirmed source here. And this planet is actually going to be called Sanctuary. So let's dismount. We can use, I think, the comm device to give a call for the distress signal. Maybe we need to be down in the atmosphere before we do it. Let's try again. And here we go. We are meeting the caretaker. This is Splicer. Okay, he's very clear. Go away, or there will be consequences. I am not going to rest now. We rested back in our home in case there's a way you can mess this up and like trap yourself on the planet. Let's see if can we use the comm device? let's head down. What are we wearing? We have the suit on. Fine. Go. Okay, so we're gonna land on the ground. And Splicer turns us into a beast here, and our equipment is locked up in that box. And I don't think we can access it. Oh, can we get on board the ship? Does it let us? Ah, well that's cool. Okay, so we can get back on the ship. Can we rest? Yes, okay. And we can see all our stuff is in here. But we can't really use it right now. All right, so that is our next quest now, and why we came to this planet, to defeat Splicer and undo the transformation. That is the achievement associated with Sanctuary. Oh, and he has a jump ship in there. Interesting. To in case you get stuck here, they try to give you every chance to get yourself unstuck. But there's still certain ways, certain equipment, certain positions you can put yourself in where you end up out of luck. Okay, so now we're too weak on this planet. Everything here can hurt us and beat us up. So the first thing we need to do is make ourselves stronger. And so Ranger will help us by giving us some quests. And the first thing he wants us to do is grab some meat tree seeds. And I cannot get my health back by resting on the couch. Oh, that's brutal. Okay. So we need to get back into our ship without dying. And so I'm wondering, I guess I could have checked that. Maybe did the stuff not help? View, let's see, allocate skill points. Oh, look at that. It let me. So they reset our skill points and we get to get them back. Okay, well, that's interesting. I thought we we had to do it ourselves, but again, the game is very thoughtful in a number of these ways, giving you the tools that you need even when you encounter an unanticipated situation. All right, so max health is up, max stamina. What else do we want? Let's get an extra sight. Oh, we should get evasion, right? Definitely should get evasion. Okay, let's take a little stamina, a little health. take one critical and put it there. All right, that looks pretty good. So we took a site just in case we're digging underground. We got the evasion bumped up. We didn't take anything in the way of weight. Is that a mistake? I don't think it really matters how much back and forth we have to do. But let's give ourselves a little bit extra weight because we do have to carry like the meat seeds and some of that other stuff. So, all right, let's do that. There we go. Now we can see defense goes up, health is up to 280, so we almost doubled our health. So we should be in a little bit better shape. Yeah, okay. Much better equipped to deal with those guys now. Stamina's holding up pretty well. And we just get one meat tree seed from the drop there. And what do these guys drop? They drop berries. And I was able to block that hit. Okay, the fish are here with the carapace. Good to know. Are those berries doing anything? Health -5. We do get an extra attack. Interesting. And now we have upgraded claws. Now we can see we're at, I think we're at 6 plus 3. Now we're at 12 plus 3. That also improves our mining ability. So that's a good first step. All right, so that recharged our stamina. And, oh, great. So the ones that we killed, we get credit for. So we need to take down 5 raptors and 5 drill beetles. So we'll accept that quest, and I think it's pretty quickly after that that we'll be ready to take on the boss. So I think we made some good progress here. We took down a boss. Rather than stretch this into an extra long one when we take on the second, we'll start the next episode fresh with finishing up this planet, taking on another boss, wrapping up these side quests, and then we'll be ready to progress down the main story path even further. So that's going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.